Hey everybody, it's been some time. You still look like an angel. That's a Zach Top song. But this is my Frankenelli, which, you know what? This is my first Telecaster. I got this guitar when I was just a kid. 1986, 87. I think I got this in 1987, but I believe it's an 86 Squire. Doesn't say Squire anymore. I put that Forest, I sanded Squire off years ago because I'm a dumbass. But, you know, it's, I wanted it to have my name on it. So it says Forest Frankenelli. I don't know if you can see that. Forest Frankenelli. This is just like a clear sticker that you would print out on your printer. And I thought it'd be cool to stick my name on it, you know, instead of Squire. Anyway, I got a Fender endorsement years later in life, and the guy who was the Fender rep, James Pennebaker, he was the Fender endorsement guy. He was also, you know, he's also an incredible guitar player and a hero to many. Who was he? He was Delbert McClinton's guitar player forever and ever. And if you don't know who Delbert McClinton is, then just, you know, go watch some Delbert McClinton videos, because he's the greatest. Singer, songwriter, everything. I mean, Delbert McClinton is amazing. Anyway, James Pennebaker's like, dude, no, you can't put your name on a telly neck. And I'm like, whoa, I didn't know. Yeah, okay. Yeah. This is way before I ever decided to start a guitar company. I just put my name on the neck because, you know, it's my name, it's my guitar. And I thought it was going to be kind of cool to just stick my name on a neck. But that's when I realized that there is a thing called copyrights. So you can't stick your name on somebody else's guitar neck and, you know, their headstock shape, which this is an actual 1986-ish Fender Squire Telecaster made in Japan, which I completely destroyed. But that's my first actual Fender. That route, which I'm not going to show you again after this, that route was done with without a router. I dug that out with a hand drill. I'm like, yeah! I just drilled it out because I needed to make a Bender guitar, because me and Jimmy Urey had played poker a couple of nights earlier, and it's a long story, but anyway, Jimmy ended up with my Paisley Telecaster for a while. Now, I got his car, and I got his blues, he got my blues driver pedal and my Paisley Telly with the Bender in it, but I got his brand new 1995 Fender USA Telecaster, and I had to give him a ride home because I got his car, which was a 1985 Buick Skyhawk. Not the coolest car, but hey, it got us back and forth to work, got my wife back and forth to work a lot when she was the Shoney's kitchen manager there at Opryland. Some good old memories back in the day. Hey, if you haven't been there yet, go to Forrest Lee Jr., forrestcustomguitars.com. Wow, that pic's had it. Try that one. Better. Okay, hold on. How about that? I don't know if you can see that or not, but anyway, I'm going to pick a little bit on my guitar, and then I'm going to show you what I was doing prior to this. I got the action like so low, it's like Waylon Jennings low, like it's fretting out. Oh, another thing I got to say is I switched to 8s. It's not that I'm a puss. It's just that my fingers hurt. I cramp. My body cramps up. My hands cramp up. My arms cramp up. My back cramps up. And I don't know what the deal is, but my entire body has been cramping up lately. And it's not a stress thing. It's a... I don't know what it is, but it's bad. Okay, so let me tune this thing up. I'm going to play a little bit. Then I'm going to show you what I've been working on. That's a little sharp. Also, the temperature. By the way, that's an old Schaller, a very, very old Schaller drop D banjo tuner. I've had that thing on there for 25, 30 years. Okay, so let's see what we got here. I'm going to try to play a couple of things off my Telethon album that I actually did with this guitar. So let's try this one. I'm going to have to think about that one. I can't even play that fast anymore. Oh, no. That's what it is. I went up to the B chord, the E position B chord at the 7th fret. And I did that. So basically, I'm doing a, I'm making that position, and then I'm going, using my finger. So, I'm going to do that again. By the way, this is sponsored by non-labeled beer. You can't tell what kind of beer this is because there's no label on it right there. My mom used to drink this beer. And it's Halloween night, so I'm going to have me 3. That's 1, 2, 3 of these beers. Let's see what happens here. Okay, so a few things have happened since I broke this finger, and it will not straighten out. I can't play banjo anymore because every once in a while it's like it just kind of hits a string when I don't want it to. Which, when you're playing banjo like this, it's like but when you're playing banjo, that G string is always like, and it because this finger is curled around, I can't stop it from hitting it. So fortunately for me, that's got me out of doing any banjo sessions. Now we have to hire a banjo player instead of me trying to play banjo, which is good because I don't want my name under a banjo. I don't want it to say Forrest Lee Jr. banjo. That's anyway. Where was I at? The cool thing about this guitar, now I played the living crap out of this guitar on Broadway. When I came to Nashville, I had my Paisley Telly with the B-bender in it, and I played the shit out of that thing. And then that thing with me and Jimmy, it just wrecked my world because I lost my guitar. And the guitar neck on this is very, very similar to the guitar neck on my Paisley Telecaster, which is the holy grail of guitar necks. And what all my guitar necks are actually patterned after, if you buy a Forrest custom guitar, that's what it is. It's so easy to play. But luckily, I got this guitar back. My stepdad had passed away. I was in Washington State for his funeral wake. And I just somehow reached out to the friend that I'd sold this guitar to for $200 when I was like 20 years old. And he said, yeah, man, you can have it back. I'll sell it back to you for like $300. And I'm like, sold. So I bought this guitar back. And then when me and Jimmy had done that deal, and he got my Paisley with the bender in it, I had to make a bender. So, I made a bender out of stuff you can get from Home Depot. This is the first ever DIY bender guitar that I ever did that worked. Now, that being said, I've made several guitars prior to this one that didn't work. But this was like, okay, I have to have a guitar because I can't play. It's like my left hand had been cut off. So I made this guitar. Now, this is a Chrysler 727 transmission shift arm. I said I wasn't going to show you that again. But that had a slot in it so that you could adjust the shift linkage. Say you got a 440 Roadrunner. or a Challenger or a Charger or something like that. That linkage had a slot in the back. And I was like, wow, why didn't anybody think of this before for benders? But you know what? All the bender guys that made benders, we're all car guys. Every one of us are into racing or hot rodding or whatever. We're all car guys. So we understand leverage, and we understand what the length of throw is going to do. So if you got a short length and you got leverage, it's going to go, it's going to pull it really, really quickly. But if you got a longer leverage and you go like that, it's only going to pull it a little bit. You see what I'm saying? So the short throw pulls it too far. Long throw pulls it less. That's how leverage works, folks. Look at the right side of the camera. That's how leverage works. So all you guys out there destroying people's guitars trying to make B-benders, stop it. Work on a carburetor first. Learn how to rebuild a frickin' Rochester Quadrajet or a Holly, even just a crappy Holly, but better yet, a Rochester Quadrajet or a Carter AFB or Edelbrock, whatever they call them now, Edelbrock Performer, whatever. Anyway, learn a little bit about, geometry and leverage, because that is what makes or breaks a lot of things. Benders, tremolo systems. If you're working on a house and you're trying to lift something up and it's too heavy, go get a board and stick it underneath it. It's like this. Here, check this out. Like, hey, this board is really heavy. What am I going to do? I can't lift it. Oh, it's too heavy. Well, then you get something else underneath it that's got a little bit of leverage, and you go, oh, yeah, okay, here, let me put this underneath it. And then you got some leverage. I digress. Okay, so back to the guitar picking. That's that right there, Vince Gill in a nutshell. And then Albert Lee licks. So basically my style is a total ripoff of Jerry Reed. A lot of Jerry Reed stuff. I can't even play it. But Jerry Reed was always a double stop kind of guy, so. And then the Albert Lee stuff, which is really fluid. And then the James Burton thing, which was kind of the chicken picking. Nichols thing, which is all those tension. Lots of bends and these frets are totally gone, by the way. That's another James Burton thing, is the like that type of thing, a little dissonant, sliding into things that don't sound like they'd work, but they do. And then the another thing, the Amos Garrett licks. Nobody really talks about Amos Garrett. Everybody's like, okay, there's Albert Lee, James Burton, Brent Mason, all the regular guys, Jerry Reed. But Amos Garrett had all these. Amos Garrett had these. I mean, he was a beautiful guitar player, just unbelievable guitar player. But his twin bends, the I'm trying to think of some real Amos Garrett type stuff. Anyway, who else? Pete Anderson stuff. There's a reason guys like Pete Anderson, who was a blues guy, there's a reason he went. There's a reason he did that. He's using the same but he's using the bend. Yeah. What else can I throw in here and just completely wreck your mind for the next 5 minutes? Because I've already gone over my allotted time. By the way, I suck as a guitar player. A lot of people think I'm a pretty good guitar player. There's so many great guitar players out there that are just absolutely stunning. I consider myself a mediocre guitar player. Now, that being said, I'm better than most mediocre guitar players. I'm not a flop ear. A flop ear means somebody that's a total novice, doesn't know what they're doing, and they can't hear things. You have to be able to hear, and you have to be able to listen and discern whether or not it needs to be there. Now, there are many great guitar players in Nashville. Many, many. There's also a shit ton of terrible guitar players in Nashville. And but there's a lot of great studio players in Nashville that are good. And then there are the exceptional studio players in Nashville. And the difference between the exceptional ones and the good ones that get a lot of session work are the good ones that get a lot of session work just stick to the part, play the part. They don't venture out too far. They're good. But then there's the guys like, Brent and Bukovic and, there's a bunch of them. they're so good that they don't even think about it. They don't try to play too much. They just end up playing perfectly for whatever the part is. I get accused of underplaying sometimes in sessions, but it's not because I'm underplaying. It's because I'm playing what the song needs. And if it needs a, whatever it is. It doesn't matter what it is. If it needs something simple, you're going to do it. It's not all like... I mean, you just start sounding like you're wanking on the guitar. It's not going to work out very well for the song. Sorry, there's some like fruit flies or something going on in here. Maybe there's a dead body back here or something I don't know about. It is Halloween, so you never know. Anyway, yeah, I've gone on way too long. Happy Halloween, everybody. Here's what I'm doing. I'm working on guitars, doing a couple of Bender installs. This is for my buddy John Elam, and he's got a couple of my acoustic Benders. This one is a belly contour Squire that I had no idea it had a belly contour. But this is a Fender Squire that a friend in Houston sent me for a Bender install. He just didn't tell me that it had a belly, which took me by surprise a little bit, but that's okay. I just got to machine a bunch of parts for it. Oh, here's another song I wrote on this guitar, and let's see if I can play it. Let's try that again. I can't even remember how I ended that song. Anyway, this is my old Frankenelli. Love this guitar. Y'all have a great night, and like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Try to refrain from cussing again. Happy Halloween. See you next time. Thank you.